All right, we got the weirdest high school football fields in America. So check this out. Very interesting video.
Reykjavik, Alaska, and they have one of the most interesting high school football.
What the heck? What the heck? So everybody's just watching in their cars? Or standing, I guess standing alongside the gate. You need to put a net over this because, I mean, the right breeze, you're going to have a football going into the water. This is crazy. They're on an island, playing football on an island.
Reykjavik is located at the very top of Alaska, not too far away from the northernmost point of the United States. The football field is actually located a little
See, Ricks, I just saw your comment, bro. Hope you're doing all right.
Ways from the high school and is the northernmost football field in the world. It's on this very narrow strip of land and is surrounded by water. There's not much of anything immediately surrounding the football field. The field is also blue turf with yellow end zones, which is weird, but to be honest, that's probably the most normal thing. It's located so close to the water on one side that it feels like a bad kick or pass could easily go in the water. Cold temperatures and lots of snow can also fall in the area, and as you can see on Google Maps, the field is completely covered in snow. There are also polar bears in the area, and they've been spotted at the field before. Also, the opponents to the Whalers have to fly in by plane because that's the only way the area is accessible. Overall, this might...
Why do you even agree to play in this school? I mean, maybe the flights are not that expensive. I don't know. I mean, because it's depending on like their airports or how short it is. Maybe it's not like super long flights. I don't know. Could be like city funded, maybe because I mean it is high school. So, but that's interesting.
Might be the most interesting football field ever. Next, we have the Round Valley Ensphere. This is the only indoor high school football stadium. Located in Eager, Arizona, it's the home of the Round Valley High School football team.
It's pretty cool.
The dome is owned by the high school and opened in 1991.
That's pretty cool for a high school stadium. I like that.
It has a capacity of 5,500 and is a wooden dome, which has a very round design. There are some college stadiums somewhat similar, but really no other high school fields like it. Sometimes high school teams might play in a dome like the Superior Dome in Michigan, which is similar to this.
The one with the water in Alaska, I think you got to have like a large stock of footballs just in case.
But this dome's main purpose is for the high school. It's very unique from both the outside and inside and has a good amount of seats for high school. There's a main grandstand on the sidelines and a little bit more seats on the other side. The dome can also be used for basketball, track and field, and soccer as...
Oh, wow. What the heck? Got turning it to 2 basketball courts. That's pretty dope.
As well as other events. Trona High School is located in Trona, California, which is about 4 hours northeast of Los Angeles.
I got you.
The football team there, the Trona Tornadoes, play on an all-dirt football field known as the Pit. The field is dirt because of the environment of Trona, which is a desert. It's a small, isolated town with a population of just 1,900. Growing grass there is almost impossible with how little rainfall they get and the overall environment, which is why the field playing surface is dirt. However, the school maintenance crew makes sure there's no rocks on the field and ensures it's in a good playable shape and not too hard of a surface.
Hey, it's just a whole game just kicking up dust. Whole bunch of it's a sandstorm during the game.
This is something that I've never seen before. They also don't
get
artificial turf
in the chat. That was your link. I reposted it, so I remember it.
Because the team embraces the dirt field and they use it as a home field advantage. Up next, we go over to Elberton, Georgia for the Granite Bowl.
I like this. It's a cool little stadium.
This is the home football field for Elbert County High School football. The stadium has a capacity of about 20,000 and is made almost entirely of granite. It was built in 1952, and before being a football field, the site...
Why is barbed wire up here at a high school?
...of granite. It was built in 1952, and before being a football field, the site was originally a dump. The field is very unique in many ways. It's very large for high school and has an old feel to it,
It gives like Coliseum vibes. I like it.
as well as a feel of being built into the ground. It's cool how the seats curve around the field, and in many sections there's bleachers, but in others just levels. Another interesting thing is that their scoreboard is the old scoreboard that the University of
We'll hate
Georgia
to play
used to
there.
have at Sanford Field. Stadium Bowl is located in Tacoma, Washington, and might be one of the coolest.
It's kind of cool too. Got a nice little view right here. But again, if one of them footballs, I mean, it has to be a net right here. Gotta be. Because, I mean, this is clearly, you kick a field goal, it's clearly going
High school football
down
fields in
there.
America. Built into the ground and right on the water of Commencement Bay, it first opened in 1910 and has a capacity of 15,000. Stadium High School plays at Stadium Bowl, which sounds generic,
What the heck?
a capacity of 15,000.
I'm assuming, because I see a track here. Do they cut the football field during track season? Like, how does this work? Or is this just here for just drills and practice? I mean, you could probably do like 100 here maybe, but that's about it.
Stadium High School plays at Stadium Bowl, which sounds generic, but it's not. As you can see, the high school looks amazing and a lot like a castle. There are some incredible views here as well. Zealous High School that's nearby also plays games at the bowl. The field is turf and there's a track around it and the seats curving in the shape of a U. There's also
Okay, I see the track curving right here. From the other angle, you couldn't really see the full thing. Nah, yeah. From the other picture, this one here, we're at 349. Yeah, you can't see that right there at all.
U. There's also trees behind it and the overall landscape couldn't be much better. The 1999 movie 10 Things I Hate About You also filmed scenes at the stadium as well as the high school. Another high school that could compete for the best view is George Washington High School in San Francisco, California. From the football field, you can see the Golden Gate Bridge. There's a good amount of seats
San
on
Fran,
the
that's the Bay,
sidelines
huh?
and a
That's what they
wall
call
at one
San
of the end
Fran?
zones. It's really unique because at one end of the field it's above ground and at the other it feels below ground. Union
Pretty
City,
dope.
New Jersey is one of the most densely populated cities in the United States. Because
What do you think of ETN with Chuba Hurt? Chuba Hurt? I mean, Rico gonna get priority snaps, but what's up with Chuba?
of this, the high schools have to get creative to find space for sports. Union City High School plays at Roosevelt Stadium, and the field is actually on the roof of the school. As you can see, they clearly also share with the baseball team, and that makes it look even more weird. There's a large covered bleachers along one sideline that seems to be able to sit a decent amount of school.
This is interesting. The football field is very high above ground. This is dope, though. I'm not gonna lie. This is fire. The football field is on top of the high school. Am I tripping? Union City High School, Roosevelt Stadium. This is 2 stories right here. A lot going on. You know, it's better than a bridge. Good football. This is interesting.
As you can see, they clearly also share with the baseball team, and that makes it look even more weird. There's a large
I think this is dope, though. Like, aesthetically, to me, this look pretty cool.
covered bleachers along one sideline that seems to be able to sit a decent amount of people. And for football, you have to play over the infield for baseball. But it's pretty cool to be playing on a roof, and there are some windows in the school that have a good view of the field. I just hope that there are no wild throws or kicks that go into the street and get hit by.
What city was this in? Union City? I can see like a place that, you know, like a California? New Jersey. There's a Union City in California and in New Jersey. But I can see a place like New Jersey, like, you know, like if this is New Jersey, you know, like place that don't got a lot of like green, you know what I mean? Like this is fire to make sense, you know. Let's just build the football field on top of the school.
car.
Jersey. That makes
Right next
sense.
to Union City, just about 2 miles away, is Weehawken Stadium, where Weehawken High School plays. Similar to Roosevelt Stadium, you can clearly see that there's a turf field used by both baseball and football. That makes it look really weird, but it's even more weird when you realize that the field is directly above the highway. There are tunnels that go directly below the field. I'm
Oh
curious if it
wow.
gets really loud with car noises, but other than that, it looks very nice and has some great views of the nearby city. Up next
wow.
is Allen High School in Allen, Texas. This field is weird for being probably the
Oh, I think yeah, I've heard of this here. I've heard this high school is huge, huge. Like,
nicest high school.
I think this is a newer high school at that. I think it got built within the last like 2-3 years, and I seen it was a viral video going around of like the tour of the school. It is insane, bro. Like, look like a college. Everything looked nice. The weight room looked like a NFL weight room, bro. It's crazy.
Football stadium in America. As many of you know, high school football is a big deal in Texas. They have really nice stadiums, but Eagle Stadium in Allen might take the cake. It opened in 2012 and has a capacity of 18,000. It's a true stadium though, with seats all around it, including an upper deck, which is insane to have at the high school level. Allen is typically a very good team as well and has several state titles since Eagle Stadium opened. Bristol, Tennessee High School plays at Bristol Municipal Stadium, also known as the Stone
Domingo
Castle.
resigned, right?
This stadium was built in 1934, and the stadium entrance quite
He said it has a castle.
known as the Stone Castle. This
Oh, it's
stadium
known
was
as the
built
Stone
in
Castle.
1934, and the stadium entrance quite literally looks like a stone castle. In fact, basically the
Stadium Kyler Murray built. Are you talking about the Allen one?
whole exterior does. The capacity is 8,000, and inside the stadium it looks much more normal. Surrounding the field you can still see the stone castle though. The field is turf and has a good amount of seats for a high school. Overall, the exterior is probably one of the coolest in high school football.
Yeah, that's a nice little vibe, nice little throwback vibe to it. Little medieval thing.
Francis Joseph Reeds High School is located
This look clean. Aesthetically looks very nice. Very clean. Bleachers look nice. Everything just look very well put together.
in Evansville, Indiana. Right next to the school is the Reeds Bowl, which is one of the more interesting high school stadiums. You can see how it's kind of built into the ground, and it was originally supposed to just be a retaining wall for the high school, but they realized how well it would work for the football field and decided to turn it into the stadium. The varsity
Now, you know, the schools that are built like this, that are built into the ground like this, I'm curious. This looks nice. Like, it'd be nice to catch a game here at night. This look pretty good, pretty dope. But the schools like this here, I'm curious, like, how they do when it rains heavy, like how the retention and water flow is set up. Allen looks like 2A schools. Is 2A like the highest level?
team started
Oh,
playing
you said it looks like 2A schools.
there in 1921, and it has quite a few seats for a high school with a capacity of 10,000. As you can see, the seats kind of curve around from the main sideline to the end, and there's another section of seats on the other sidelines. It's in a very hilly area, and the field fits into the landscape really well. Hurley High School in Hurley, Virginia plays football at Smiley Ratliff Field. Located right behind the school, the field is nicknamed The Cliff, and I'm sure you can see why.
What the heck?
In order to make
What the heck? This feels like something out of a movie.
this field, they blasted rock out of a mountain.
What the heck?
The result was having a giant wall of rock surrounding two sides of the field. It looks pretty cool to see a giant cliff there. Some views of this high school football field just look insane, and it would be pretty cool to play there. The area has lots of hills, trees, and mountains, and it feels like it's way out in the country. Next, moving to Oklahoma, Guthrie High School plays at Jelsma Stadium. You can see that they have nice looking grandstands for seats on each sideline. Then they have a stone wall behind one end zone, which is pretty unique. On the other end, it connects to the baseball field directly, which looks really odd.
I like all the ones that connect to the baseball field. I don't know, something about it just looks pretty cool.
Grandstands for
Bunch of well kept grass. I don't know.
seats on each sideline. Then they have a stone wall behind one end zone, which is pretty unique. On the other end, it connects to the baseball field directly, which looks really odd. This probably looks even
What's the title of this vid? The weirdest high school football fields in America.
more strange for baseball, which
But the thing is with baseball and football, like the seasons aren't at the same time, so it's not like it's really nothing to worry about, you know. Super, you know, one first semester, other second
sort of
semester.
resembles the
Unless you're in the playoffs, then yeah, but you know, then it's gonna get to it depends on how your school plays. But typically the playoff games are held well the deeper you get into playoffs, especially if it's a state championship, is held at a neutral site.
polo grounds. I'm sure they put up a temporary fence, or else a home run to center field would be about 600 feet. R.R. Jones Stadium is the home of El Paso High School.
Interesting. Some aspects of it look cool. It's just mad close to the street.
Football in Texas. This is a very unique stadium. Stadium is the home of El Paso High School football in Texas. This is a very unique stadium. It was built in 1916 and has one giant curving section of bleachers that curves around one end of the field. At the top of that is the school building, which looks pretty cool. It's kind of strange how most of the seats are around one end zone and not a sideline, but there's a section that covers much of the main sideline. Overall, it's one of the better looking high school stadiums though.
That's a nice view right there. That's pretty dope.
And has a capacity of 12,000. In San Antonio, Texas, they have Alamo Stadium, which is home to several high schools in the area. It was built in 1940 and has a capacity of 18,500.
Built in 1940. They must have did a lot of upgrades to this because that track looks new. The field looks new. The bleachers look new.
Schools in the area. It was built in 1940 and has a capacity of 18,500, which is very large. It's a large bowl-shaped stadium with seats going all the way around it. It definitely feels more like a college stadium, and it has been used for college at times. There's a track around the field, and different sections of seats have different colors, which is interesting. Overall, it feels different because the stadium is shared by several schools, but it's still very cool for the high school level. Finally, we have Monument Valley Stadium. This is located in Ulito Monument Valley, Utah. It's a very small town with a population of just 682.
This is crazy. Ain't nothing around this. This is wild. Just dirt everywhere.
People.
I wonder what's the science with this here. Like why this dirt is this color and this dirt is this color.
And as you can see, the stadium looks like it's in the middle of the desert.
That's crazy.
It looks very.
But it's like it's so crazy because like the people that live here, like this is normal to them. You know what I mean? Like going to when I went to California, like just seeing hills everywhere was so different to me. Like it was like everywhere you go, you see hills, like everywhere. And in Houston, you don't see that at all. So it was just like it was very different. But again, to the people that live there, super normal to them. Like they don't think how cool it looks. It's just like normal, you know.
Cool because there's just a football field
Cinematic
there,
view.
and then you can see the rock formations in the
Oh, that's pretty dope.
background.
That's a nice little view right there. I like that.
If you've been to any of these fields, please leave a comment and let us know what it's like.
Okay, that's good vid. This one had the weirdest college stadiums, D2, D3, and AIA. I bet that gets really weird. All right, I'm gonna leave a like on that. I like that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, man. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool vid. Subscribe, stay tuned, stay blessed.